Hi guys, welcome back to Craftivating Creations. For those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Sian, and for those of you joining me here again, welcome back. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and catching up on what's been going on and all of my stitching. So it has been a long time since I last uploaded, and I do apologise. I normally upload every month, but the past couple of months has been quite hectic, which I will get into. It is the 23rd of December. I thought I would sit here in my living room, as I thought the Christmas tree was definitely needed in this video, and it feels not that long ago since I last sat here with the Christmas tree up. The year has literally flown by. But I'm really looking forward to Christmas, and I'm really looking forward to having this Christmas break. So, where have I been? What is going on? Now, some of you will know where I've been, and some of you might not. So I just thought I'd give a quick update as to where I have been. And yeah, so the beginning of October, I joined the Caterpillar Cross Stitch team in becoming their YouTube presenter, which has been an absolutely amazing opportunity. And when Sally announced it over on her Instagram, the feedback and the love and the support that all of you guys gave really was overwhelming. And I just want to thank you all so much for all of the kind words, all of the likes, all of the love. It really has meant a lot to me, as I really wasn't sure what the kind of reaction would be to it. And it really has been an amazing journey since I last uploaded here on Craftivating Creations. I have just been trying to get used to the new schedule, as the work that I'm doing for Caterpillar Cross Stitch is parallel to the work that I do full time. So that's where I've been the past couple of months. I have struggled to kind of find time to sit down and catch up with you all. So apologies for taking so long to sit down and chat with you, but hopefully going forward in the new year, I should be able to continue my once a month updates. Kind of found my feet now and used to the schedule that I'm currently working to with my full-time job and Caterpillar Cross Stitch. And so, yeah, I should now be able to do my normal, regular updates and catch up with you all with my stitching. The first thing that I want to talk to you about is the Christmas gift exchange that I was asked to take part in by Liz at Elizabeth Ankin Stitch. It was my first gift exchange I've ever been part of, and feel so truly grateful to have been asked. So thank you very much, Liz, for arranging it and for asking me to take part. Now, I had Julie over at Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World, so I had Julie to stitch for, and I received a gift from Pam over at Just Keep Stitching. So I'm going to insert a picture or a video of, I can't remember what I took just before I sent it off to Julie, of what I stitched. And so this pattern was from the Believe in Christmas by Crocette Gogo, which is a pattern that I'm actually stitching. And whilst I was stitching it, I just got this image of this pillow with some like kind of snow feel, which was where I got the polka dot fabric kind of idea. And I just had this image to create something that she could put on her amazing bookshelf that she has in behind her as the backdrop of her videos. And so, yeah, I created this pillow. I then put some Lady Dot Creates trim around the pillow edging, which was the first time I had ever done anything like that. So it was a bit of a risk, and it wasn't perfect, but hopefully she likes it. Well, she said she likes it, so that was the main thing. But yeah, that was something that I'd created for Julie as part of my little gift exchange. And then I received my gift exchange from Pam. Now, I was really moved by my gift, and because it's just amazing, it's incredible. So I received this amazing sleigh. And here is the stitching on the front. Amazing. The stitches are just perfection. But yeah, I actually felt really quite touched when I received this. You know, this had travelled a long way to me here in Wales. And I don't know, I just felt really moved by it. I think when you receive something as a cross stitcher, you really appreciate the time and the effort and just everything that goes into stitching. And so I really felt honoured that Pam had made this just for me. And yeah, it's just amazing. I absolutely love it. I feel like it's something that I just never want to put away. I just want it to be out all the time. And yeah, I just absolutely incredible gift. And I love the idea of a sleigh. I've not seen these sleighs before. I don't know if they're available here in the UK, but what an amazing idea to put cross stitching on the top, and this pattern fits absolutely perfect. I'm not sure what the pattern is, but I love it. I think it's just wonderful. Thank you so much, Pam. I really appreciate it. And she sent a lovely card and some other little bits, and yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And again, thank you so much, Liz, for creating the gift exchange. Okay, so the next thing that I want to share with you is a fully finished object. Now, I don't have it here with me, but I have a picture which I'm going to insert now so you can see it. So this was a caterpillar cross stitch Grace Wreath monogram with the letter G, which I created for my nan, who celebrated her 90th birthday. I really wanted to stitch something for her, as my nan was the person who taught me how to stitch, and so I really wanted to stitch something for her. And so I saw this pattern by Sally and thought it was perfect. It was the perfect gift for my nan's 90th birthday. So I stitched this on silver flecked 32 count linen. Now, you might remember if you've been following me, I actually bought a lot of fabric for the Believe in Christmas Crocette Go-Go, but I'm not that big of a fan of stitching on linen, and that pattern is quite big, so I decided to change it to an even weave. However, I really wanted this piece to be super special, and I thought this fabric would work amazing with it being such a simple design with regards to the colours. You know, it's just one colour. So I really had this image of white thread, so I used B5200 for the thread, which I think is the call for, and I just thought this glitter fabric would be perfect to have in the design. So I was really pleased with how it turned out. I did frame it myself. It wasn't perfect, but I managed to get it sorted and get it all ready for her birthday. So that is my fully finished object. I was hoping to do a few more, but unfortunately I haven't had the time to sit down and fully finish my pieces. So I'm hoping over the Christmas break I'm going to get some time to do that. So let's move in to the next piece, which is a finish. And this is Autumn by Crocette a Go-Go. Now, this is a freebie of hers, and I did change a few things up. Well, I used my own colours actually, and I'm really pleased with how this one turned out. Now, I was hoping to get this kind of finished and all fully finished so I could display it in autumn, but unfortunately that didn't happen, but that's okay. I was really pleased with how this turned out. So I stitched this on 32 count platinum, and yeah, I just need to figure out how I'm going to finish this now. I think I'm probably going to finish it on an easel with one of the colours as kind of a frame around it for the fabric. But yeah, really pleased with how that one turned out. And Crocette a Go-Go does have other seasons freebie designs, and there is also a Christmas one as well. So if you're looking for Christmas freebies, then go and check her blog out where you can go and get access to her freebies. The next one is by Valerie Pfeiffer, Harmony's Chorus Line. Now this one was really close to being finished, but I did run out of threads, unfortunately. So I have now finished it, but I'm going to insert a picture of where it was last time. I'm not sure if there's going to be too much difference in what you can see, but mainly what was left was all of the back stitching. Now this had a lot of back stitching, but it was definitely worth it in the end because it is gorgeous. I love it so much. Oh, the back stitching was an absolute nightmare. I don't mind back stitching, but this was next level back stitching. And I think it's because the back stitching was quite difficult in how it's designed, but it's so effective with the feathers. You know, the back stitch really gives that feather look. And so, yeah, I'm so pleased with how this one turned out. And one of the things I really love is the leaf. I just love that extra detailing that this design has. And so, yeah, it is finally finished. So I am looking for a frame now, and so I can put it up on the wall. So I think this one's going to go in my craft room along with the Blue Tits by Sweet Tweet by Bothy Threads. So I think this one is going to go up on the wall. Maybe I should create like a bird wall. That would be really cute. So that is my last finish. So let's move on to my whips. So the first one to share with you is Believe in Christmas by Crocette a Go-Go. And as I mentioned, this section here was the part of the design that I created for my pillow to Julie. So I used the same colours, I used everything the same, and I just took the design from there. So I'll insert a picture of where I was last time, and I think I had finished Rudolph, or I'm calling him Rudolph, and I asked you all whether you think I should keep Rudolph as the reindeer with a red nose and do the other reindeers with a brown nose. And I think it was unanimous in that you all said create Rudolph and leave all the other reindeers the same colour in terms of the nose being brown. And so that's what I did. Let me see if I can get this. So here is where we are now. So we now have the little 3 reindeers, and I've just started on Santa. I love it. This is just like the dreamiest pattern to stitch at Christmas. One of the things that I really love about these reindeers, and I think I mentioned it in my last video, is these little pom-poms. I just think they're so effective with the back stitching, and it really does make them look fluffy. I just think that is so clever in how that's been designed. And so this is quite a big piece, and so this is going to take me a long time to create and finish, but I'm stitching this on the same fabric as the autumn one, which is the 32 count platinum even weave. So that's where I am with that one. Moving on to the next piece, we have Frosty Forest by Country Cottage Needleworks. Now I haven't worked too much on this, but I have started a new square. So I'll insert a picture of where I was last time. Then I'll see if I can get this folded so you can see it is quite big, so there's quite a lot of fabric. So this is where we are now. So I finished this square, and I think I shared that with you last time, and then I've now moved up here, which is going to be this design. Hopefully you can see that quite well. So this is where I am now stitching. I really wasn't sure which way to go because there are 9 squares in total, and I started here in the middle, and then I was just vibing this colour, as I think this is gorgeous, this teal colour. And then I really wasn't sure where to go then, so these little reindeers, I'm going to call them deers, probably deers, let's go with deers. These little deers really called to me, and so I started to stitch them. So I haven't made too much progress. I only did a couple of hours on this one. And this one I'm stitching on 32 count pearl grey in evenweave. So that is that one. The next one is Butter Believe It. This is the pattern that I'm stitching with Evelyn across the pond as our little friendship pattern that we decided to stitch. And I'll insert a picture of where I was last time. Now this pattern we only stitch when we stitch together. So the progress that we make is probably always going to be quite minimal. But yeah, we decided that we would only stitch it when we chat together. So we stitch and chat. So this is where I am now. So Evelyn's a lot further along than me. I think she's done all the wording. I think she finished popcorn in the last catch up that we had. Whereas I think I am now going to move along here because this popcorn is going to be quite bulky. So I'd like to make a good start on that. And so I have just started to move across on to the popcorns there. And so this one I am doing on Pearl Opalescent by Pull Stitches. It's one of my favourite fabrics. I just love this glittery fabric. I really want to stitch everything on opalescent. I've decided if I can, everything will have some kind of opalescent in it because I just find it just a joy to stitch on. It is my favourite type of fabric to stitch on. And so, yeah, that's where we're up to with that one. And that one will come back out whenever we next have a catch up. The next one is Bothy Threads Buttercup. So this one, as you know, I am stitching as a stitch along that I hosted, and it was a 6-month stitch along which finished on the 20th of December. And I haven't caught up with it. Yeah, my plans on this kind of went out the window a little bit as I have been stitching on some presents which I didn't foresee coming, but I was asked to make some presents and also had my nan's present, and then also took on Caterpillar Cross Stitch, my additional job. And so these kind of things came without me kind of knowing about them or foreseeing them. So yeah, unfortunately, the stitching that I needed to invest into this piece in order to finish it would mean kind of focusing on it every day for quite a while. But that's okay because we still managed to get quite far. So, oh, here is where I was last time you saw it. I think there was 2 ducklings and I think I'd finished part 4 and then I had part 5 and 6 to finish. So we are currently on part 5, which is here. And I think I've managed to get to the edge, yeah. So I've managed to get to the edge of this part, so I just need to work my way up. Then I have the little duckling to add on, and then I have all of the back stitching to do. So there's still quite a bit to go on this one. But it will be something I finish in the new year. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to keep on top of the stitch along, but that's okay. Things happen in life. And you guys have been smashing it. And there have been quite a few of you who have actually finished your piece or have actually fully finished it. So I'm going to insert now some pictures of your finishes for those of you who took part in the stitch along. amazing, absolutely amazing job. Everyone has done so good with all of their projects, and I'm really going to miss it. I'm really going to miss all of you tagging me in, and yeah, I am really going to miss all the tags and seeing all of your progress. But if you are like me and you have not completed, please continue to tag me in, as I would love to see all your progress, and it will keep me encouraged to continue with working on mine. But thank you so much for all of you who took part in the stitch along, and hopefully you forgive me for not finishing mine. I will get it finished in the new year. I am going to be doing a video on kind of my plans and my thoughts going forward into the new year, and this is going to be one of my focus pieces for the Bothy Threads. So yeah, this is where I am. Hopefully we'll get a finish very soon. So my last project to share with you is a new start, and I also have a new bag, new goodies to share with you. Now, this project bag was actually sitting behind me in my last video, and I completely forgot to share it with you. And when I was watching it back and editing, I was like, there's my new bag sitting there waiting for me to pick it up, and I completely forgot to share it with you. So let's take everything out and let's show you what my new bag is. Actually, we'll show you what it's for. So this is the Silver Creek sampler Give Greatly. And I fell in love with this design as it very much reminds me of my husband, who is very generous human being. And when I saw this, I thought of him, and I really wanted to stitch it. So I wanted a bag specifically for the design, and so here is my new bag. So I have shared this fabric with you before, and it's this beautiful snowman fabric, and I just really felt like it matched the design so well. And so this bag I stitched from using Elizabeth Ankin Stitches tutorials. I use all of her tutorials for creating my bags, and I was actually really pleased with how this one turned out. Now, to go with it, of course, my mum made me something, as she always does, the wonderful woman. She made me a little thread catcher, because you all know I love a good set that goes with a project bag. So as you can see, using them, so good, these things. I just love them. I just want them with every single bag that I have. And she also made me a little pouch, which she actually quilted for me, which I love, and she made me a little pouch to go with it. So as you guys know, you know I love a matching set. So we have a little matching set for the project. So this one I wasn't planning to start until I finished something, and so when I finished the chorus line, I thought, let's make a start. So here is where we are. This is my start, and I just can't put it down. Can't put it down. So cute. That little bunny is so cute. So the only change that I have actually done to this design is the colour of the rabbit. So I've changed the colour of the rabbit to the same colour that I'm using in the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Hello Petal. And I just really liked the grey rabbit. Now he's not really complete, so he's missing his ears and his little nose, as I wasn't too sure on the colour that was called for. It looked a bit too peach, so I'm going to replace it with potentially like a white for his ear, or like a light pink colour, which I can match for his nose and his ear. And yeah, so I've got now all of this snow to add in, which is going to take me some time, as there is quite a lot of snow in this design. And so this is the same fabric I'm using on the Butter Believe It. So this is the hand-dyed fabric Pearl Opalescent by Pulse Stitches, which is a UK fabric dyer, and it's opalescent. So I think that's one of the other reasons why I love stitching on it. is because when the light shines on it, it just glitters into your face and it just makes it so magical, especially at this time of year. So yeah, I'm going to continue to work on this, I think, over the Christmas period and see how far I can get with it. So the last thing to share with you is my haul. Now, I haven't actually bought too much haul the past couple of months, but I did buy a new pattern, which I don't think I shared with you in the last video. I think this one came after. And this is the Built on Love by Silver Creek Samplers. It's one of their new patterns, and it says, "And so together they built a life they loved." And obviously I finished my last sampler by Silver Creeks for mine and Brett's wedding anniversary. And so, it wasn't for our wedding anniversary, it was just to symbolise our wedding. And so I think I might start this one either Valentine's Day or even on our wedding anniversary. But I love it. As soon as I saw it, it just spoke to me. And yeah, so that is a new pattern that I bought. Then I bought some fabric. Now I can't remember what this one is called, so I'll I'll put it on the screen so you can see it. But I bought this stormy coloured fabric. I don't know if you can see that very well. This stormy coloured fabric from Lakeside Needlecrafts. I just thought it was quite different, and I thought it would work really well as a kind of a backdrop of some fabric. And yeah, I just thought it was really, really nice. So I got this. I think I got quite a big size, so not sure what is going to go on this yet, but yeah, I thought it was really nice fabric, so I bought some of that. And then the last fabric that I bought was actually recommended to me by one of you guys, one of my viewers, and I mentioned in my previous videos about the Bothy Threads Aida, and that I don't personally prefer to stitch on Aida. I like to stitch on evenweave, and I was potentially considering whether you could change the fabric or whether that would really change the design, because one of the things I really love about the Bothy Threads Wrendale Design's picture is that the speckled look forms part of the design. In my opinion, I think it forms part of it, but I was considering maybe to change the fabric. Now, one of my lovely viewers mentioned to me that Claire Brown X Stitch, I think is her shop name. If that's incorrect, I'll leave down below her details. She said to me that Claire had some fabric in stock or was available to purchase or order, which was very similar to the Bothy Threads fabric in evenweave. And so this is what it looks like. And I thought I would share it with you all. Hopefully you can see that. It's probably a bit bright. Let me bring it in. And as you can see, it has that speckled look. So I think this is a great alternative if you do want to use evenweave. There you go, that's better. If you do want to use evenweave. Now it is different. So you can compare the two. It is different. The specks are more of a grey than a black. But I think it is a good alternative if you want to stitch on an evenweave instead of an Aida. It still gives that speckled look, which fits with the design, and you get to use evenweave instead of Aida. So I think it is a really good alternative, and thank you very much for recommending the fabric. Yeah, I think it's a really good alternative. It is printed, so it's plain on the back, and then it has that printed fabric on the front. So yeah, I thought I would share that with you. And again, thank you very much for letting me know that this fabric was available. I think it's a really good alternative. Whether I think it is the same as the Aida, I'm not sure. I think the Aida is a lot darker and looks more of a speckled look. but I think that it's definitely worth considering if you're not a fan of Aida. So they are all my projects that I've worked on in the past couple of months. I think I've done quite well with the amount of stitching I have done. It's obviously not as much as I normally do, but I'm just really enjoying being part of this amazing community, and I really appreciate every single one of you who leaves a comment or likes my videos. And I also want to say a huge warm welcome to all of you who have joined. There's been quite a few subscribers join lately. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to catch up with me today and catching up with all of my projects. So I'm hoping to do a whip parade and also what I got for Christmas. I did that one last year and you guys really enjoyed it. And I know it's not for everybody, but hopefully those of you who enjoy them videos will appreciate that video. So they will be coming over the next couple of weeks, and then my schedule of a normal upload every month should continue in the new year. So thank you so much for spending some time with me. It has been wonderful to sit down and catch up with you all. I hope you have an amazing Christmas. For those of you who don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you have an amazing day. And yeah, I will hopefully see you in the next one.